On October 1st, 1992, the world was introduced to Cartoon Network. The channel has provided millions of kids and mentally underdeveloped adults with countless hours of entertainment, with shows like Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, and Cricket the Creek. You would be hard-pressed to find somebody that hasn't watched a Cartoon Network show. But 31 years later, the entire entertainment world has changed. Cartoons are being treated like complete dog shit. Nobody watches cable anymore outside of retirement homes, and streaming has dominated the attention of consumers. And everyone is asking the same question. What's going to happen to Cartoon Network? Well, I'll save you some time. The network is going to get shut down within 10 years, and the brand is going to be nothing more than a tab on HBO Max. You can click off the video now. But for those of you that are mentally ill enough to stick around, we're going to be going over the state of Cartoon Network and breaking down every single one of their terrible fucking shows. Hi, I'm the PNGtuber, and today we're going to be doing what I just said in the previous sentence. Let's jump right in. Now, just like we did in our previous Cartoon Channel analysis, we're first going to be talking about the ratings of Cartoon Network. And oh boy, this is embarrassing. According to USTVDB.com, Cartoon Network had an average viewer count of 97,000 people. Let that sink in. You could fit all of Cartoon Network's viewership into the Houston Astrodome. There are literally more people living in Boulder, Colorado than watching the Cartoon Network. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't completely fucking pathetic. That is the biggest L I've seen since Joe Biden's last speech. I'd like to see what percentage of Cartoon Network's viewers are below the age of 70 and not getting a social security check, because I'm sure that the number would be shockingly low. But his TV channel lives and dies by its programs. So what kind of quote-unquote quality content is Cartoon Network putting out to deserve these dogshit ratings? Alright, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not going to be talking about every show that Cartoon Network has on right now. I mean, I did the same for Nickelodeon, but some of the shit that Cartoon Network plays nowadays is so fucking bad that it might send me to the fucking hospital if I watch more than 10 seconds of it. Trust me, I learned that the hard way. If they aren't playing Gumball or every fucking episode of Teen Titans Go, then they're playing shows like Thomas and Friends All Engines Go, or Mushroom and the stupid fucking bullshit-ass baby show that I saw in the doctor's office that one time. Read my lips. Thomas the Tank Engine All Engines Go is one of the worst fucking shows to ever exist in the history of fucking mankind. I know that I've said it before, but I fucking mean it this time. What kind of sane fucking human being can sit down and actually turn that cancerous fucking show on? How can someone willingly turn their brain into fucking soup? I need to calm down. We aren't even talking about that crime against humanity right now. We'll save that for another video. And it's not even as bad as the Proud Family. Trains are nowhere near as bad as, those people. No, we're talking about the quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, respectable quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, shows that Cartoon Network is airing right now. And up first, we have Teen Titans Go is not only one of the greatest shows of all time, it's also one of the most famous. The story of Teen Titans Go was actually really funny. You had all these dipshit, outrage-bait cartoon channels bitching and moaning about it for years, just to realize that their complaining about the show was more annoying than the show itself. And their channels faded into obscurity, while Teen Titans Go is still going strong today. But that's just the power of an awesome cartoon. They're on season 8 right now, and even though the show's ratings are genuinely fucking horrific compared to something like Cricket the Creek, a much more successful show that they literally canceled for obvious reasons, I hope that the Teen Titans Go continues for 10 more seasons, just to piss those perpetually angry piss boys off. This show has been treated so fucking badly that you would have thought it aired on Nickelodeon. Despite having some of the same writers as Steven Universe, one of the greatest cartoons of all time, along with a lawsuit-level similar art style, Cartoon Network has decided to treat this show like a common field slave, which, considering the race of the main character, is kind of an awkward decision. Craig is genuinely the last Cartoon Network show that feels like it came from the early 2010s, when the network actually gave a shit about the cartoons they put out. You know, back in my day, Cartoon Network actually meant something. Nickelodeon had stupid teeny bop bullshit and cartoons made for schizos and ADHD patients. And Disney had the exact same stupid teeny bop bullshit and insidious fucking advertising for those boring ass Marvel movies and awful fucking cartoons that marked the beginning of their satanic promotional deal with the Democrat Party, like Gravity Falls or DuckTales. But Cartoon Network was a city on a hill, and kinda like the one in the Bible. They had the gold standard for cartoons, and everybody loved them. But when Craig premiered and they had a chance at another beloved show, they decided to treat it like shit and cancel it as soon as they possibly could. Those greedy demonic fucks should be absolutely fucking ashamed of themselves for cutting the 5th season of the show in half. The only thing that should be cut in half is the bank accounts of these dipshit executives, because they are taking Democrat-funded, diabolical fucking blood money to cancel all my favorite shows. I speak for every cartoonian around the world when I say, fuck you, Cartoon Network. Fuck you with a rusty, tetanus-infected 12-foot pole. This show looks like it was specifically designed to piss me the fuck off. Like, usually this type of show would be right up my alley, and the writing is actually pretty good. But the art style looks like it was drawn by a 10-year-old on antidepressants. This show looks so fucking bad that I could probably catch a rerun of it in my toilet after taking a nasty fucking diarrhea shit. Which, to be clear, implies that I could shit at a better show than Summer Camp Island. Another reason why Cartoon Network should hire me. Who the fuck is watching this bullshit? Like, genuinely, I'm having a hard time justifying putting it on this list. I speak for everybody when I say that nobody gives a fuck. Stop making unnecessary fucking baby reboots to fill slots on your stupid ass Cartoonito block. You think fucking babies are watching your channel early in the morning? Hell nah. The only people in diapers watching Cartoon Network are in the fucking retirement home. And God knows that if they could reach the remote, then they'd be throwing it at the fucking TV just to get away from your awful ass decrepit channel. Anyway, yeah, the show is pointless, and if you watch it, then I recommend a CT scan because obviously something's gone wrong. Nobody's watching this poorly animated, poorly done out, corporate influenced Frankenstein piece of donkey shit. Moving on. You know, usually in this part, I would talk about some of the upcoming shows by Cartoon Network, but all of them have like a 99% chance of getting canceled by tomorrow, so I'm not even gonna bother. But spoiler alert, all of it was complete woke bullshit anyway. But when all said and done, Cartoon Network is in a pretty rough spot right now. They're the television equivalent of an old washed-up rock star who's run out of heroin and started resorting to murdering innocent people, just to feel something again. Except in this case, the heroine is Teen Titans Go, and innocent people are the innocent cartoons who are getting shafted by the vicious and vile executives of Warner Bros. Discovery. Anyway, I have to give Cartoon Network a score of F for 2022. Or 2023. I mean, whatever I signed to put in the title. They don't even have the valuable franchises that Nickelodeon has. They're just stuck with dying shows and projects that will get canceled before they can be of any use to the channel. Now that is a fate worse than death. Anyway, I'm in a PNGtuber sending my cable box back to AT&T because someone in the house accidentally stuffed shit into it and signing off. Bye.